Hi there, this is Dr. Joseph Chu with the Diabetes Institute. And today I want to go over with you a concept that you may or may not be familiar with. In fact, maybe you've never heard of this before. And so today what we're going to talk about is how to transition your body from being a sugar burner to becoming a fat burner. And if you're a type 2 diabetic, or if you're pre-diabetic, or if you have a friend or family member who is a diabetic, then please share this information with them. Because it's very important to understand this concept and to know how to transition your body into being more of a fat burning machine as opposed to relying on sugar. So what it is that your body has mainly two sources of fuel to operate on. One is sugar and the other is fat. Now, sugar, as we know, is not the best form of fuel. In fact, it's not a very good form of fuel at all. The body does not need that much sugar, and it's not a sustainable type of fuel source for the body. However, fat, on the other hand, is, when I say fat, I mean healthy fat. Okay, so and we can get into that at a later time. However, just know that when I say fat, it means the healthy fat. Okay, and so when your body is operating on fat, it's much more sustainable, and the benefits that you get out of it are tremendous. Okay, so we'll cover that in just a little bit. But as a diabetic, because a type 2 diabetes is a lifestyle type of disease, you are more likely going to be a sugar burner. And the reason is because of the types of foods that you've been accustomed to eating, meaning that it's carbohydrate heavy. So your starches, your sugars, the soda, whatever it is that that caused the high elevation of sugar in your bloodstream, high level of glucose, thus translating to a high level of insulin overload into your body, which causes insulin resistance and hence type 2 diabetes. So when you have a lot of sugar in your body, the body, when it needs to function, it's going to look for energy. And when you have so much sugar, it's going to go and use the sugar first as its first source of energy. Because it's readily available, it's right there, it burns really, really fast. The body takes it in extremely fast and burns it really fast as well. So that's the first source of where it's going to go and tap into for energy. And when you're constantly providing your body with a tremendous amount of sugar, then that means that it's never going to be depleted, or rarely will it ever be depleted of sugar. So it's constantly readily available for the body to use. But like I said, it is not a very good form of fuel. Okay, that's why you get the spikes. You get the extreme high energy level, and then you burn out. Okay, and then you get tired and lethargic and all the other stuff that goes with this whole yo-yo effect of being a sugar burner. Now, it's the only way to get into more of a fat burning stage is when the body does not have a lot of sugar in it. So when it doesn't have that sugar, the body is going to then look for an alternative source of fuel. So it's saying, okay, well, I don't have the sugar, I still need energy and fuel to operate, so it starts to tap into the fat that's in our body. And so when it taps into the fat, then what happens is that fat starts to get metabolized into by the liver, and then the liver synthesizes that fat into what's called ketone bodies. And your body now is operating on ketones as opposed to sugar. And when it's operating on ketones, then it's much more sustainable. It's much more long-lasting. Your brain is going to be a lot clearer. In fact, there was a publication a study that was published in Psychology Today that found that the body actually operates, or I'm sorry, the brain actually operates much, much better at a higher frequency, better mental clarity. All the data improves when it's operating on ketones, which are synthesized by fat. And so when your body is operating on sugar, it causes insulin resistance. And over time, that causes diabetes. And then if it gets worse and worse, and as it advances and it starts to affect your brain, then that's what causes dementia and can also cause Alzheimer's. Because if you look up type 3 diabetes, that's what Alzheimer's is. It's now considered type 3 diabetes just because of the overload of sugar into our body. And there's now an insulin resistance in the brain, so the brain cells are starting to now deteriorate. However, if it's operating off fat and the liver is forming ketone bodies out of that fat, then your body is going to be sustained with a wonderful, wonderful source of fuel. So the takeaway from this video is that sugar is not a good source of fuel, and that healthy fats is the ideal, the best form of fuel for your entire body as well as for your brain. And in order to go from being a sugar burner into a fat burner, you really have to significantly lower the amount of sugar that's in your body so that it gives your body the opportunity to tap into the fat reserves. And quite frankly, you're going to see a lot of improvements throughout your entire system. In our lab tests that we do with some of our members in our clinics is, we'll see that their cholesterol, lipid panels improve. They get sustained weight loss where their body will find its natural rhythm. It's going to be nice and comfortable at that natural weight. And you're going to see the A1C improve. All of these factors start to improve. Triglycerides will go down. So it's very important that you understand this concept. But the trick is knowing how to get there, because that's the challenge that a lot of people have. And it really requires not only understanding where you need to go, but it requires an understanding of how to make lifestyle modification choices and embed that into really your behavior, your habits, your everyday core, so that it's attainable, sustainable, and permanent. And that's really the secret. And not everybody can do it, but that's where we come in. We do coach our members on how to get there, and we hold them accountable. They hold us accountable. We set a personalized program for them so that it is tailored for their specific lifestyle, their specific metabolic needs. And when you're able to personalize a program like that and coach somebody, lead them on, and be their number one cheerleader, and really give them that support, then that's when we start to see this dramatic turnaround. And that's what it's all about, is improving your health, your wellness, your vitality. And so hopefully you enjoyed this video, and if you have found this to be informative, then please share it with others. Okay, thank you so much, and until next time, I'll see you soon. Thank you. Bye.